Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. It's me Vinod and I'm here with some interesting news about Hyundai and gold. Those two things are what I wanted to talk about today in length and breadth of it. The problem in Hyundai IPO, what is it? Why is it going the way it's going? Well, it wasn't strange news. Those of you who have been watching Anand's videos and Anand's analysis of stocks and IPOs would understand why it is no strange news. It is going exactly along the lines as it was expected. So I do know and I do understand a lot of you did subscribe to this IPO, though we said there is no point in applying for this IPO, the price bands it was being quoted at, but a lot of you wished to ignore what we were saying, and I don't blame you for it. We all suffer from this, what psychologists call narrative bias. That means we tell ourselves a story, then we follow it up with some confirmation bias. After we tell ourselves a story, we go out looking for things in the world that will confirm what we believe to be true, and then we'll tell ourselves it is true. So I can understand with Hyundai. And just because a company makes a great product and it does great customer service and it has a great track record doesn't mean it's true for in terms of valuation, in terms of price to earnings, if you see. And that is what has happened in the Hyundai IPO. As I'm recording this video, it's already down 3% discounted from the IPO price, and I don't see it becoming stellar anytime soon. For the simple reason, the price at which the IPO has been launched at is almost at full price of what the market thinks it's worth. If you saw the volatility of the price in the grey market, first of all, I'm not saying you should buy and sell stocks in the grey market. Don't confuse both. In this case, it was a nice way of seeing what people think the value of a Hyundai share is. That's about it. It doesn't mean anything more. It's like when you go to the grey market in India or the black market and you see price of an imported goods which are being brought in, like an iPhone, it kind of gives you on what people are willing to pay for the phone or what they're not willing to pay for the phone. Kind of gives you an idea. So that's about it. I'd never recommend buying it because if you buy it in the grey market, you don't get warranty for the product. Same way, if you buy in the grey market in stocks and shares, you do not really know what is happening unless you're very clear on people who are buying and selling to you. So I refrain from it. So I wanted to get that out there before people think that Vinod is saying grey market is great. But what it does tell you, it tells you what people think the value of the stock is. And the way the premium kept collapsing and finally it broke in the months of September leading to October. In the previous video, what I spoke about Hyundai, it made it very clear and apparent that they were expecting way too much what the market felt it deserved. And that is where it is the problem. And you may be wondering, if this was true, then how come this was, subscribed to the point it was? Okay, first of all, it wasn't oversubscribed. It was subscribed one time. That means everyone who subscribed got shares allotted. But most of the big subscription was pushed in by anchor investors. These anchor investors are institutional buyers in India, and they saw an opportunity. I don't know for what these things work. Anand has explained many videos about how mutual funds and investment managers look at these situations and how they exploit it. But it made no sense to me. But these anchor investors were the ones who swallowed quite a bit of this IPO. And all that mutual fund money is your money, which you are putting in through active funds. And these guys are playing with it, I guess. So all those guys are the ones who have been putting it in. This is the main reason why I avoid active mutual funds. And there might be some limited short-term gains is what they hoped for. But looking at where it is, I don't think even a limited short-term gain is going to come anytime soon. And what has made things worse for this IPO is the timing. It has not been great that the FIIs are looking at greener pastures in terms of their short-term bets and their short-term returns. They've been heavily selling in India, especially this month. They've already sold more than 80,000 crores has exited through the FIIs in India. And most of that money is going towards China. And me and Shashwat spoke about that also and why all that money is going. And if you see the geopolitical situation, things are not great. Even the Korean situation, the Korean peninsula, seems to be in a very volatile situation between North Korea and South Korea. A lot of people don't talk about it in the news, but if you do Google it, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about between the North Koreans and the South Koreans, what the North Koreans are feeling towards South Korea right now. And there's even a chance of war, is what people are saying. That I'm not a warmonger, so I do not know. But this is what's being reported, that the tensions are at an all-time high from the time of the Korean War to now, if you look at it, it's the highest it's been. So there also is a trigger point. The American election cycle is a trigger point. Even the American markets are correcting. So taking all that into consideration, it's not a great time for your IPO to be launched into. So these are the main factors. So now comes into the question, what do I do? Do I buy? Do I sell? Do I hold? If you have been allotted, the company's fundamentals are strong, right? Long-term companies, been in India for a long time. And if you're going to hold it for the long term, I would say forget about it. Don't worry about what you did. Yes, you probably spent too much money buying something which is not worth so much right now. That is the current situation of Hyundai. But 10 years from now, the situation may be very different. And Hyundai will be there 10 years from now. So, long-term prospects, though the IPO is a lackluster, you can hold on to it. There have been lots of companies in history where the IPO has been lackluster and things have turned around. And it's a global company with a global presence. And, India is a growing country. Things have all line up the ducks like that. You can think of holding it. And now, if you want to sell it, well, right now I would not advise you to sell it because it's already discounted. If you see an opportunity where the price picks up and you're happy with the margin of profit you're seeing on it, then definitely sell it and get out of it. Because if you need the money, and that was what your original play was, that you were going to subscribe to this IPO and watch it bump and sell and get out, the minute you see even a slightest glimmer of hope, I would advise you to sell it if that was your original intent. And if your intent is to buy, I would not ask you to buy it right now because, like I said, explained all the situations globally, macroeconomically, and within India, taking things into consideration. If you are very keen on Hyundai, especially Hyundai India, I would say wait for some time. Maybe wait for a year or more and wait for things to settle down and then see and think about consideration of buying Hyundai. This is what my thing on Hyundai is. The other thing which I wanted to touch upon was gold, right? There's lots of speculation on gold. Price of gold is going up. Diwali is coming up. So gold prices are going to be very sensitive in India. And if you have any requirement for gold for this festive season, or like I was teasing Albin of video, if you have prospects for next year and you need gold for next year, you're sure, I would strongly urge you to think of gold right now and start accumulating some gold in small amounts, small quantities. I will talk in greater depth of why gold prices are going the way they are going in a video with Shashwat, which will come up probably tomorrow. And I'll analyze that further and explain that to you more and why this is happening and why in the short term, if you want to call it 1 year, because most value investors consider 1 year a short term, why in short term gold prices can go really through the roof if you are planning to consume gold in the short term. And if you are looking at making a play on gold, how you should strategize for this. I will talk with Shashwat on a video very soon. Do keep an eye out for that video. Other than that, thanks for watching the video today. I hope it gave you some clarity on Hyundai and what you should do with Hyundai if you plan to hold, sell or buy Hyundai. And if you are looking at gold, why you should definitely look at buying gold if you are going to be consuming it in the next year or so. Thanks for watching the video again, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to Be Rich. Before we get into the video, I wanted to bring to your notice that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it. And we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu. And these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.